They said money change niggas. If you a real nigga, ain't gonna change much about you. But it will bring some snakes around you. Pray for counsel when you find out what that cake amount to.
Let's go.
Lord, I'm so thankful for your blessing. I ain't stressing cause I'm focused on the cash route. Saying still working overtime, but I pay him no mind, and that's probably what he mad about. I be hopping on planes, touching clouds while these haters and these thirsty ass bitches trying to grab clout. Praying to you please keep the police off me if I ever gotta take one of their ass out.
Turn smack rapper, only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper.
How have you stayed relevant for so many, since the 80s? You know, I've been relevant since like 82, 83 is when people first started knowing about my name and talking about me and whatnot. So, you know, from 83 to right now today, to still be relevant is a feat that is hard to do.
Right. Now, of course, some of your relevance was definitely kept up here due to the success of the rapper Rick Ross.
Not really. No, I don't think. I think that he rode the wave. He jumped on. I mean, he did help.
Yes,
he did help, but I don't know if the story really needed him. Mm-hmm. You know, in '96, I was the most talked about person in the country when it was discovered that the CIA was giving me crack cocaine. I was on TV, every channel, 4 or 5 times a day. So I don't know if the story really needed his assistant. I believe that we did more for him than he did for the story.
Right. But as far as the name, the popularity, those that are not familiar with the actual Freeway Rick Ross,
they know the
Freeway,
rapper. Absolutely.
And Rick Ross.
Absolutely.
Now, have you met them in person?
Well, I sued the rapper Rick Ross.
Yes, I know that.
I sued him, so we were in the room together.
Right.
But we didn't meet. Freeway is cool. We met many times, done shows together, and quite a few things together. So yeah, I met him, but me and the rapper don't have any relationship at all.
Did you try to reach out to him before you sued him?
Yeah, I reached out to him when I was in prison, before he blew up. Matter of fact, he was in New York when I talked to him on the phone. Smooth Magazine, one of my guys used to write for Smooth Magazine, and somebody had came to me. I had like a book club when I was in prison, where we all read business books and we were studying business because we had decided that we weren't gonna get out of prison and do the same thing that we had been doing.
Right.
And one of the guys in my book club came over and said, "Hey man, this guy took your name." And when he did that, I got on the phone and I started calling around because I've been tinkering in the music business since the '80s. The Alcoholics got discovered because of me.
Oh, shout out to Alcoholics.
Shout out to the
Alcoholics. Friends with King T, DJ Pooh, all the West Coast guys. Very familiar with them. So I was already tinkering in the industry, and I knew guys in the industry. So I started calling around trying to find out who knew this guy, who knew who he was, because I felt that he should have got in touch with me and talked to me about using my name.
Well, here's the question: would you have allowed it?
Probably I would have said no.
Well, that's probably why he didn't do it.
But I could have changed my mind,
Right.
When Michael K. Williams wanted to play my role in Kill the Messenger, he called me, and the first time I said was no. But me and Mike kept talking, and eventually I gave him my blessings. Even though they wouldn't take me on to the piece. Mike wanted me to be on set with him when he was doing the piece, but they said they didn't have nothing in the budget for me. So I still gave Mike my blessings. So I don't know. I could have gave him my blessings. And right now me saying no is probably from a different area than had I been if I would have been where I'm going to benefit from it.
A different place before you sued him.
Right. It would have been a different place, So, now I feel like I would have said no, but you never know what's going to happen. I was in prison, wasn't necessarily struggling while I was in prison because, you know, I figured out how to make a little money while I was in prison. But for the most part, there was things that I wanted to do in life that I didn't necessarily have the finances to do at the time.
I see you gave Freeway your blessings.
Well, you know, Freeway wrote me a letter.
Right.
You know, he told me, man, I look up to you, and if you need anything from me, you know, I'm here for you. So when somebody do that, I mean, how can you tell a guy to do that? No. You know, it gives you all the respect and everything that you felt you had coming. You know, it's hard to tell a guy like that. No.
So if Rick Ross would have did the same thing, would it have been the same way as
I believe
Freeway?
it could have been. You know.
Is there a way to get past it now?
Oh, I'm past it already.
Right.
I don't have no ill will, you know, for him. Matter of fact, well, I even kind of been like a blessing to him without him even knowing, because you know there's guys in LA that come to me and want to do certain things, and I'd be like, hell no, you know, not on my behalf. You know, I ain't with that.
Right.
So, you know, it is what it is.
Now, what was you sued him because he was using your name?
Well, I didn't even really want to do the lawsuit, right? This lawyer came up to me and he was like, man, Universal owe you like $50 million. I'm like, what?
Who
I
told
would
you
have
that?
sued that nigga too.
The lawyer did.
50 years
Right.
suing that nigga.
Right.
Fuck
The
that.
lawyer came to me and said, man, they owe you like $50 million. You know, and he had numbers, how many records they had sold, and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, and I'll sue him, you ain't got to do nothing. It ain't going to cost you no money, you know. I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Motherfucker changed his phone number on me anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt disrespected by you changing your phone number. You know, you treated me like you treat one of them broads that, you know, a groupie or something, you know, like, I ain't no groupie, motherfucker. You use my shit, you know, to blow up.
Right.
And when the lawyer asked me, I was like, go ahead and sue him.
What was
Because you couldn't get to Universal and Warner Bros. Without going through him. You know, he had to be sued as well.
Oh, I see.
So what was the verdict?
I lost in court.
Do you remember what was the reason? Because people hear something like that and they think
statute of limitations.
statute of limitations of the time that you would have been able to sue, you were past that time.
Correct. It was a judgment call on the judge. The way I look at it, I couldn't see this judge, you know, Jewish judge. She's gonna take money from some good Jews and give them to this drug dealer. I mean, when she used to address me in court, it was the drug dealer, the rapper and the drug dealer. Oh, the rapper and the drug dealer. You know, that's the way she announced our case in court.
Right.
So I didn't really. I never really cared about winning the lawsuit anyway. I'm gonna be straight up with you.
Right.
The lawyer came to me. He made it sound easy. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it gonna hurt? But I saw other ways that I could win from the lawsuit. You know, like he did an article in Rolling Stone magazine, and I stole the article. They paid, I think they say $50,000 to get the front page of the Rolling Stone article, and it hit right during the time I filed a lawsuit. So all during the article, they talking about my lawsuit and him using my name. Right. So I saw other ways that I could benefit from the lawsuit. So, you know, I was like, okay, let's go for it. I can't lose on this. But I did get wound up in it, you know, once it got going, you know, I got to the point where I wanted to win. Because, you know, I like to win at whatever I do.
Right.
So I got kind of wound up and I started wanting to win. You know, I want to win this. You know, I don't want to lose. And then, you know, when we met, you know, with his little smirks and little comments that he was making, you know, during the deposition, made me want to win even more.
What were the smirks and the comments?
Well, you know, like he go around, he shake everybody. Even my lawyers, he shake the lawyer who wanted to sue him, shake his hand. And when he get to me, he kind of like, you know, turn away and walk away. So, you know, I'm like, okay.
That's corny.
Real corny.
That's
real
corny,
corny.
bro. You using my name, G's.
And for me, it's just business.
Right.
You know, the lawsuit is just part of business with me. I'm not really tripping on. I don't take it personal at all. I don't really take really nothing personal.
Right.
I don't think nothing is personal. But for me, it's business. You know, if it's a way that I can push my agenda, then that's what I go for.
Okay. Now, TV series, movies,
Books.
albums of your story being told. Where does your story start?
Where do it start?
Yeah.
Why you giving me mixed signals? Let's be honest, you want some dick in you. Or you don't. I don't know. Baby, you got what I need. But you say I'm just a... Nah. You say I'm just a... Fuck out of here. Stop playing with me.